the mood to cook. I'm in the mood to cook. I don't know what happened, but my energy's back. So, like the other day, I was designing this little cross stitch thing, and I just also with my other channel, I'm just like I'm kind of at a crossroads where I'm going to keep. There's a bad piece of broccoli right there, so roll that out. Okay, I'm gonna keep uploading on my other channel, but I got really tired of just some of the like requests kind of videos. One, they're like blah blah blah, and it was just like I like to do long hair videos, but also like my traffic has just been going down, so I'm like I don't know. And then I thought it'd be fun to do these like vlogmas kind of videos, and my dishwasher is going on. But I really like this top. Isn't this top awesome? So random. So yeah, I just was like, why would I want to make videos like that? I don't know. I just want to have fun making videos. I did some creative videos on my other channel, but my views were lower than ever because I guess it wasn't the algorithm's not with me. That's all. And I'm not going to pretend to care what the algorithm wants. I'm not going to try and figure it out and suss it out and play a algorithm cat and mouse. I'm just like, no. I'm not playing that game. So actually what I've decided I really want to do, because I've been thinking I really want to get into artwork again, and yeah, I like drawing. I really do. But the one thing I forgot that I really like to do, that I used to do a lot, was like design my own cross stitch stuff, kind of like the little guys on the fridge. I like that kind of thing. And I think I'm just going to start doing that. And that's going to be something I want to do. I don't think, like, if I post things online, I'm also going to finish up my drawings because I really want to draw. I love that. But I do like doing little cross stitch things. So I got one broccoli cut up. I love broccoli, like, a lot. Like, I feel like this seems like tiny to me. Most of what I eat is vegetables. And honestly, I haven't been chopping up my vegetables enough. And every time I chop up my vegetables and I go chop chop and make vegetables, I know I'm doing better. I know like I'm doing really good. Ooh, like that part's bad. I let this in the fridge too long. I just know like my health is optimal. Like when I chop vegetables and eat a lot of veggies, like for me, that works. I mean, I eat some vegan protein with it too, but I really need to eat my veggies. I just do. I know that about myself. And I do the whole broccoli thing with the stem included. I just like get in there and I chop 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 it up. Wait, you can't even see what I'm doing. Never mind. I don't know. Let's see. I need a towel. Remove the charging cord. So I always take the core of the broccoli and I like chop it really finely. part's bad. That's true. That's bad. Throw it in the sink. You don't need to pay to have people chop up your vegetables. I like to go, like, where is the place you can, like, you know where I used to get the best vegetables was Cardenas. They had the best produce, but I haven't been over there in, like, forever. But their produce, like, if you live in Southern California and you like produce, oh my gosh, Cardenas had the best prices, and it was just, like, really fresh, and they took good care of it. Like, I really feel like, I don't know, when you go in there, like, the people working there, like, they take pride in their job. And I'm not saying other people don't at the grocery store, but some people are just like, law. Like, here I am. Look at me. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you can tell, like, when there's a place where they take pride in, like, I don't know, they just have good produce and good prices. Who else has good prices? But the produce is not always good. And it's called pick, pick, pick. Because you go late at night. But they're what you call Kroger and other parts of the country. But I like going there because they're more affordable than, like, a lot of the other stuff. So yes, I will go to food for this. Okay. So what other veggies do I want to add? I think I let some of my onions go off way too far, so I'm gonna have to cut them down a lot. That's the only thing about veggies, you have to be on top of them, like, all the time. On the bad parts. Very nice. I'm watching a new show on Netflix, called Jane the Virgin. It's fun. It's like a telenovela, but a comedy. It's pretty hilarious. I'm just like, the twists and turns, like, okay, I'm still watching Mr. Sunshine, but you have to read the captions for that. And sometimes if I just want to do things like, I don't know, tangle my hair or just anything, like, I will watch. And I have to be honest, like, I'm getting a little obsessed with the show because, like, I don't really usually watch lots and lots of shows, but it is so cute and it's so fun, and it's so zany. And I love Rogelio, her father. Like, she doesn't. Okay, the whole premise was she didn't even know who her father was because her mom had her when she was 16, I believe, and she's like a really good student and kind of a worrywart. In fact, it's funny because somebody had told me a couple of years ago. They said that um, I reminded them of the character in that show, which is funny because I don't really see a resemblance except some of the things that she says I can kind of relate to because I don't know. She's okay. So she wasn't planning to even have a kid. Okay, this is the funny. It's a plot twist. It's like one of these absurd plots. So anyway, she goes to the doctor, and doctor's drunk. Okay, and she's the sister. It's so ridiculous. The guy that wants to artificially inseminate his wife, and she mixes up the people, and she artificially inseminates Jane, and she becomes pregnant with Raphael's baby, and it's so zany. I'm just like, this is such a zany show, and then there's like an arc to it because if you like fiction, like she wants. Well, let me put it this way: she's majored in English, then she goes to grad school, she works on a novel, her characters talk to her when she's writing. I find this pretty hilarious, but it's pretty, like, the writing, it's pretty good. Like, there's an arc to the story. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, like, occasionally I'm just like, I want the escapism. Occasionally, like, they'll say something, I'll be like, oh, taking the escapism away, because if I want to know like what's going on in the world, I'll watch the news or I'll read something about. So this show's just kind of fun because sometimes like you want a little bit of just like lightheartedness. I don't always want to see the macabre. I mean, there is some murder here, and it has that too, which is funny, but in a comedy telenovela zany kind of way. This show's pretty. I like it. The writing is really good. I was pretty addicted for a couple of days. I was like, whoa, and I kept watching and watching and watching, and I couldn't stop watching. I was up till midnight one night watching, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm really excited about this one. So I've been enjoying this one, and then I'm gonna finish Mr. Sunshine, and I also want to see. Somebody said Emily in Paris was a good one, so I'm kind of like getting into all these shows. Like I'm like watching a little shows, but yeah, so proud of my sister because I made her a cross stitch image, and like it's an American flag, and it looks a little bit different than I would do it, but she's doing a good job. So I planned out the whole thing, like where to put the stars, and that might seem trivial, but when you make your own pattern, it takes time. So I did that this week, and I want to cook. Well, I should have turned it to specials a little bit more because I like it when they're super fresh, but I let some of them go off. Don't ever do that. Waste your food. I always feel super guilty. Have a lot of guilt about wasting food. Don't waste food. Okay. So I think the next thing I want to add, well, I'm going to do is kind of, I guess it'll be like a Southwestern inspired, because I got the Morningstar Farm Chorizo. I don't know. This is cheaper than Beyond Meat one, and I don't really like the Beyond Meat one. To be honest, I like Gardein, and I like this one. I haven't tried this spicy one yet, though. But I also want to add some mushrooms to it. Because I went to the store and I bought some mushrooms. Okay. We'll take that one. Alright. I love mushrooms. So I almost thought about getting the portobello ones because I'm thinking about expanding my mushroom repertoire, and I hear the portobello ones and other types of mushrooms are definitely more flavorful. But I just got this because it's on sale. I love raw mushrooms. Oh, good. I want to start making stuff like this. It's kind of a plan, man. I have a lot of tortillas. For all the stuff in the water. Is this even live? I have a feeling this isn't live. It's bright red. Well, it does say it's chorizo, vegan chorizo. So it's red. Kind of surprised me. Little. I want it to be flavorful, so I'm gonna give it some. Be gentle. I was noticing something today, like my observational skills are so much better than I give me credit for. Because it's funny because somebody said once to me the other day, like my observational skills aren't good. It's not true because I was like I was seeing a lot of things and like just because I was going on a walk today and I was just like observing things and I was thinking pretty fucking observant. I'm just like, yeah. No, they don't like it when you say that. So I'm a little bit of that. Turn on the fire. I add a little bit of soy sauce, probably more than I wanted. This is my favorite. It's when broccoli starts to cook down. It's making sound. So I was looking at something in the background and then it starts making a sound. I love it when broccoli stir fries. It's like the thing I don't like about this weather is how dry it makes my hands. I hate that. I love spicy and savory. So every time when I think like, okay, I do like salads, don't get me wrong. I do love salad, but I know that in the wintertime, I'm just not craving like always eating a cold salad. Although salads is actually really good. But the more vegetables you eat, it's just better for you. I'm just like more vegetables better. Maybe not you specifically. Some people seem really happy on not eating vegetables, but I just know myself. When I eat more vegetables, I'm doing better. That also, I'm excited. I bought some avocados. They said it's not so ripe yesterday, so I put them all together. Right. And I really need to actually put up my pomegranate. These are off someone's tree, and they brought me a pomegranate. But sometimes you can dance when you're cooking. So I'm on my feet all the time, but I don't know, whatever. Sesame oil really gives it a good flavor. Aroma. Okay. We need to organize, I think. That's another thing that I need to organize. So in the wintertime, I feel like you need to constantly put lotion on your hands. And I've gotten to the point that I'm like, I felt like I wasn't putting enough lotion on my hands. And I'm like, I guess I just have to do it nonstop, like round the clock, 24/7, just lotion your hands, arms, neck, everywhere. It's just like, sometimes I even put lotion in my hair. You know, that's funny because I've never like really, I mean, that would probably horrify people. Like some people that think you have to be very precise with what you do with your hair, but sometimes like I feel like if I just want to kind of smooth down my hair, I I've always just put a little bit of lotion in my hair and it's kind of wiped it down. I've always done, but I'm just not feeling talkative tonight because I don't know. It was a quiet day today, and I was kind of fun. I walked a lot. I'm so proud of myself, but I'm not proud of myself for eating it down. I'm not proud of myself for. So yeah, I'm just trying to make better food choices, right? The chorizo, like it's vegan chorizo, by the way, it's not meat. It smells really good. You can do all kinds of stir fries. Like I do stir fries with tofu or any kind of vegan mock meat. Um, but I tried doing it with so some people said you could do it with garbanzo beans, chickpeas, but I didn't like the chickpea scramble. I didn't really like it. I'll be honest with you, like I love chickpeas and hummus, okay? But when I tried like doing a chickpea scramble like a few weeks ago, it wasn't my favorite. But this I really like. Some people like really super kind of crunchy stir fry. I don't do that. I do get down quite a bit, so I don't know. Like what everybody's like. What's your preference? Do you like really well cooked stir fry or more raw stir fry? I like the veggies cooked, like, and I like them cut down into small bite-sized pieces, like not big bites. You know, I really like that. See, let's see the Christmas lights. See, so yeah, I hung the Christmas lights, which that was fun. What wasn't fun? The part that wasn't fun about hanging the Christmas lights was this. I wanted longer lights, okay? So every place has been bought out of the very long lights. So I went a couple different places. I guess I might go a third place. It just was hard to find them. Like I want longer lights that go all the way around the door. And these are battery operated ones. And I'm not super enthusiastic with battery operated lights. I want ones that go all the way around the door. So being 5'2", I got up on a stool and I did all this, and then I wanted to put them around the window. But I think we had some other lights from a couple of years ago. I have to go look for them. But I kind of just want to buy some lights. The vegan chorizo is really good now, so like sometimes too, like when the veggies start to cook more, I just kind of and fruit. Oh, it looks done. I think it's done, maybe. Maybe it's done. Oh, wow. I think it might be done. I'm hungry anyway. A little bit. Not super hungry. But a little hungry. Lots of broccoli. There's some mushrooms. So, do you want some water? Alrighty. So I'm done and I made it and it's like super hot. It's like way too hot to eat. Like you can't just put hot things in your mouth unless you want to burn your tongue off. Then yeah, you could put really super hot things in your mouth. But it's broccoli, vegan chorizo, some spring onions that had stayed in my fridge too long, and some mushrooms. And honestly, I want to go looking for tofu. I should make tofu. That's what I should do. I should make tofu. And my mom taught me a recipe on how to do that. But honestly, that's one thing I've never made. I've never made tofu. I've made bread, I've done pizza, I've done a lot of things. But I love tofu, but I've never made it. And there is a pretty simple, simplistic recipe for how you can make tofu, but usually I just go buy it. But you can't find it a lot of places anymore. And I'm like, Food for Less, which is Kroger, is like the most basic market. And they don't have tofu. I mean, and they have a few, like now they've kind of augmented some of their Asian cuisine, but it's not much. Like what they have, it's basic. Mm, broccoli's really good. I guess I could have cooked it longer, but I kind of want to just eat broccoli right now. I love cooked broccoli. It's my favorite. I love cooked broccoli. By the way, the soda stream has gone kaput, in my opinion, because I used it again, and I'm having a lot of reservations. Like I thought, oh, I can learn how to make my own, like cheaper, like cartridges for it, but it's not worth it. I looked and I looked, and a lot of people do it in a like some of the things that people are doing on YouTube. Look, maybe they feel completely safe, like making their own carbonator, blah blah blah. But I read some of the comments, and some people said some of that stuff might be dangerous, or you might like a lot of. I heard a lot of recommendations, like you could just get any kind of compressed CO2, but you have to make sure it's food grade, and then you're looking around the carbonator. So I'm just like, I'm done. I'll just buy the sparkling water. You know, our favorite one is the Arrowhead Mountain Springs sparkling water. This is our favorite one. And if I go to the one thing about Food for Less is kind of cool, sometimes these are 50 cents for a big bottle. And it's almost cheaper just to buy it there than like the LaCroix stuff. Like I'm not a fan of LaCroix. This is just like Mountain Spring water that's carbonated. This one is my favorite, all-time favorite one. It's just like the best one I've ever had, like of everything. Perrier is pretty okay, but this is better than Perrier, okay? Just saying, like, it's so much better than Perrier. I just like this one. This is what I grew up drinking a lot. That's my favorite. It's better than bubbly. It's better than I just really like that one. And you know, when I made the soda stream at home with the sparkly water, it's good, but I can't imagine being worth $30 to get a carbonator all the time. I mean, if you want to do it safely, like I said, a lot of people, I kind of got fascinated for a bit, seeing how they all carbonate their water. And maybe it's safe for them, and maybe they don't have bad results, and maybe they're using food grade CO2, but I don't know. You have to be really, you need to be careful. You can't just get any kind of CO2. Because actually, somebody was saying in the comments on one soda stream, like tutorial where this person was making their own soda stream, they said that their water tasted like it had a chemical taste to it, and somebody said that might be because your CO2 wasn't food grade. So I just don't feel like it's worth it unless you're like a restaurant or something and you have like a commercial soda machine where you can just have fizzy water come out. Then yeah, it's probably worth it then. But the soda stream just wasn't. I feel like I've had fun doing it, but I just can't see the point of buying the carbonators all the time. It just seems like a ripoff to me in the long term with the soda stream. You know, unless you go get the food grade CO2. This is really good. I've had soy chorizo before, which I like, but it always has weird ingredients in it. But this one's pretty not too bad. It wasn't too bad. I don't need meat chorizo. Even chicken a few years back, even then I always got the soy chorizo, and I like that. Mmm, it's pretty tasty. My favorite part's the broccoli. I love broccoli. Bring my coffee back with me. Okay, so this is definitely not a hair thing, but I like to wear necklaces, but I have to say one thing that was really nice today, not wearing a necklace, was, oh, I don't have to worry about my hair getting caught in the back of the necklace. That's great. Because every time I wear a necklace, your hair gets caught in the back. And now people are like, oh, the mask is no biggie, except it gets caught behind my glasses and in my hair, and it just annoys me so much. I'm like, yeah. Mmm, this is really good. This is so good. I decided to kind of just put some of these food live streams on this channel because I would put them on the other channel, but I guess I'm still like thinking about, okay, I'm still making hair content for that other channel, but this is the thing. I have no problem. Okay, I feel like there's different schools of thought. Like some people, they have long hair, but they believe, and this is fine, this is their view. They think that if you make a long hair video, that the only kind of video that you really should make is like tutorial or something educational. But I never made videos like that when it came to hair. I just was showing hair. It was fun, like sharing inspiration, things like that. And I had one super viral video. I mean, got a lot of traffic for a long time. And It was a surprise. I didn't know it was ever gonna go viral. Actually, I did edit that video. It's a very short. It's the pencil gun draw video, which is so me because I love to draw. I used to draw more. And I had colored pencils one day, and I said, well, people are always asking for bun drops. Why don't I just do one with colored pencils? So I did. And it went viral, and people watched it for a long time. But, like, now they're not watching it so much anymore. That's okay. I mean, how many times can somebody watch that? So I thought, well, I want to make other kinds of videos. And I kind of always wish, like, a crafting thing. I'd always say, well, why doesn't the past video do this? The past video. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe you only get one viral video if you're lucky. That's the way I see it. Like some people, like with a very big following, they probably have many viral videos. Okay, but just if you have a moderate following, I don't think you're gonna get like a million viral videos, not a million, but like 1,000 viral videos or whatever. So I thought if I want to do crafting videos or cooking videos, let's just focus on new things. I don't want to focus on the past. It's just kind of exciting when you first get a viral video like I did on my other channel, and people are watching your channel for a really long time, and then, like in the past, okay, like before the pandemic, like around Christmas time, my traffic would just spike usually, but this year it just plummeted. So I tried some things on that other channel, and people didn't really watch it. It's not what they wanted to see anyway, because like I'd love to go outside in the sunlight and show hair. Like, okay, if you wonder why I'm talking so much about hair, it's just because I have long hair. So I do videos about it. And the reason I started doing videos about it years ago, actually, was because of like the way that some women treated me. Like not everybody, but sometimes you would just run into women, and usually it would be women and not men, and they would make comments about like, why does somebody need long hair? And my hair wasn't even as long back then. It was only like probably mid back length to here. But it's just like the minute your hair gets past, I would say, this length, there are some women that will comment on it and they'll wonder why, and they'll ponder because they don't want their hair long. And it also kind of reminded me of the first time before I had cut my hair years and years ago when I was in high school and early college. My hair was tailbone length, but back then I didn't take as good care of my hair because I didn't know as much about hair care. I mean, I would braid my hair, but I wore it loose a lot. And for me, with my kind of hair, it would just get tangled. So I had a lot of breakage, and my hair was pretty, but it just wasn't, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how thick my hair could be back then. Like, I thought I had thin hair just because I had a lot of damage in my hair. And I didn't really treat my hair optimally at that time. So when I first cut my hair to like shoulder length, I realized, oh my gosh, I have really thick hair. And it was like surprising to me. It was a revelation, really. I was like, I didn't know my hair was that thick. I really didn't. So, like in your 20s, like sometimes you might try different hairstyles and things. And I just tried shorter hairstyles then. But by the time I was in my late 20s, I wanted to grow my hair long. So I started growing my hair long. And I've continued on with that. And my hair is really long now. So I've just found over time people are interested in that topic or just sharing about long hair. And I'm kind of glad I did because I feel like with the pandemic, I still have a lot to say about long hair. I think long hair is great because it's a form of self-expression. A form of self-expression. I've heard a lot of people say that it expresses their spirituality. For me, I just feel like it's beautiful and it's who I am, and I feel most myself. Like when I started growing my hair long, I just started to feel like I was really myself. Like I really started to vibe myself to like really like who I was. Like it was me. Like that was who I am. And anybody can grow their hair long, maybe not super long, but when they say it's just genetics that make your hair grow long, that's not really true because now I learned that my hair grew to knee length from taking better care of it. When I was younger, I didn't know that was possible. Like, so if you're flat ironing, blow drying, bleaching, dyeing, and doing all these different things to your hair, then yeah, it's going to break a lot. And people are like, oh, my hair just is prone to breakage. It's because of things you do to your hair. So I do like sharing my thoughts on hair in that capacity. But what I didn't really love was, okay, it's one thing if you like somebody that has long hair and you come to their channel. It's just, there's a lot of people that have an assumption about how they think people should wear their hair differently all the time, or they just think that people should make certain kinds of videos. And I think it's from the request genre. And I get that the request type videos are very popular. People love request videos, but they're not really me. Like, I can't really think of any time. I don't. Maybe it's because I don't have a super large following. Well, I do on the hair channel. It's adequately large. But I can't think of any time that doing a request video made me feel really super good. Or that was what I wanted to film. Actually, I'm just having fun with learning more about video editing. Even though I don't have the most complex video editor and I edit on a computer or laptop. But just with trial and error, I'm learning new things. And it's kind of fun. It's interesting. And it's a form of creative expression, really. So just going forward, I want to make videos that I enjoy. I want to make videos that are fun. This actually tastes kind of good, so I might have a tiny bit more. Yeah, I want to enjoy the kind of videos I'm making, you know? I think that's really important. And I probably sound like a broken record saying that at times, but I feel like that's a little rare. Like, I don't see a lot of people, well, like, you know, my friend Aya Katz, I know she makes videos that she actually likes, and there's some other people that do, but I feel like when you look at a lot of the big YouTubers, I'm not saying that they don't enjoy those kind of videos that they're making, but a lot of them do have a request genre. Like a big part of their channel is requesting different kinds of videos and different kinds of content. And I just like, okay, for me, I kind of want to see if I'm following a channel, I want to see what they're going to put out. I don't want to request something that they should put out. I've always thought too, like if people thought that somebody should do a request video, a lot of the people that request things, they don't have any videos themselves. So I've always wondered, like, why don't they, like the people that want people to do a certain kind of video, why don't they do that? Why don't they do the request? Like, why don't they film a video like that? I've always kind of thought that too. This is really spicy, but it's good. Okay, so I think I'm done for now. Bye.